Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have travelled to Saint-Étienne in Ligue 1, currently finding themselves in 19th in the league last time I checked. We are taking over as Loic Perrin, one of Saint-Étienne's biggest legends. I think he's currently their financial director. And I have tried to make Loic Perrin look as much as his in-game counterparts, but it was not to be, I'm afraid. As you know, we're taking over Saint-Étienne, and the squad's looking at the start of the career a bit like this. We have a 74 rated keeper in green, who really isn't as good as you'd want a keeper to be. He does have the potential, so we'll be keeping him in goal for the first few seasons at the very least. With a not very good backline, all silvers, and then a Sunderland reject up front. So as you can see, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. That's what we're about on this page. So if you appreciate today's rebuilds, please hit a like, it is very much appreciated, and let's get on with the video. And as with all our, with most of our rebuilds, we always don't want to have a youth academy, so we will be releasing all these academy players. And that Paul Collison or something like that, so every homegrown talent has that face, and it's driving me insane. So let's get rid of all these players. We don't want any of them. The homegrown talents are a bit overpowered, and he does not have a shirt sponsor. Is that a con? No, that was a glitch. First time I've seen that glitch. The kit looks much better without the massive Z bets, which is way too low on the screen. And I've also put it so Alatouche is now a centre midfielder, and he's 75 rated. Look at that, already able to contribute up front, up in the middle of the first team. And I think I have done my 2 signings. I spent all the money, right? We have a little bit of money left. Might bring in one more wonder kid for that amount. Just want to show you the team now, and we've brought in 2 players. The first which are big money player Lucimi from Ghent. I think we paid €10.6 million from Surrey. He'll be a rock next to So in our defence. I'm hoping gets a lot better, a lot faster. In fact, I'll play. Should I try to pronounce his name? I can't. This is one of those days I can't. Makodi. Yikes! So the French don't kill me in the comments below. And he also brought in a backup striker, who will be replacing another name that I can't pronounce. But we've brought in the American wonder kid Pepe, who in a few seasons time should be much better than I think he's a Saint-Étienne legend, to be honest, but doesn't matter much to me. We're going for the future, not the past. So here we are at the end of the first season, and as you can see, the team has developed very nicely. Alatouche has gone from what, a 73 to a 77, I believe. Green and goal has gone from very similar to a 78 rated. And we finished the league in 11th place, which looks to be, well, is just on the bottom, is mid-table, but there's a little divide there. As you see, Nantes has 56 points. So we're the best of the lower half, which is quite surprising. As you can see, Lille there, who just won the league in last season. I fear it's because their keeper is so low rated in FIFA. That's the reason why he finished so lowly. Anyway, I'm happy with the first season. If I just quickly want to jump into the statistics, see who scored the most for us, who are MVPs of the season. There we go, Grim went up +4. So it was Gabonese Buana. God, I'm gonna call him Dennis. I can't pronounce his surname, my apologies. Buana was the MVP with 12 goals. Kalazri. If you come to this video for pronunciations, you come to the wrong place, I'm afraid. It's usually not this bad. And then we got a midfielder, a DM even, scoring our 3rd most goals, which is quite concerning. But I'm happy with the top 2, 12 goals. It's enough for mid-table, I guess. Looks like Etienne Green played every game this season, pretty much. And on the assists, we got Nordin, who I only brought in pretty much halfway through the season, but he's played more than that, I guess, as Boudabouz has kind of dropped off a cliff. But yeah, that's the end of the first season. Not playing any games as there's no major games to play. I guess we sim past them. Anything interesting to look at? Where did we get out of the cup? We beat PSG there, but we did lose 4-3 to Metz in the cup. I would say that's a so-so first season. It's a good foundation to build upon. We're going to jump into the second season now, get some more big name signings in, hopefully push us into Europe. I'm not sure how well this is going to go down, but we've received and accepted a £15 million bid for our talisman up top, Kaziri. The centre forward is now 31, and I think 15 million euros is, you know, the best, probably most he's ever gone for, probably the highest he's ever been valued as well. I think he was our top scorer was he a top scorer or was it the right mid? He was up there last season. He was very good for us, and I have no doubt he'll be very good for us this season. But next season, the season after that, he would start to drop off, and we do have Pepe on the bench, who is itching for games at the moment. 74 rated, isn't looking awful for 74 rated silver. Not great though, not looking great. He'll slotting up top, and so Kaziri, if that transfer does go through. Speaking about transfers that have gone through, we've brought in Abdullah Sima from Brighton. He spent the last season with Stoke in the Championship, and the season before that with in the Czech Republic League. Can't quite remember the team he was with. But hopefully this season, hopefully the next few seasons, he'll spend the season with us in Ligue 1. And hopefully he'll be very good for us. You can see he's got 91 pace, which is absolutely beautiful, exactly what I want. Another team that's actually looking very good, I've got to be honest. I'm being very hopeful for this team. Another transfer I've brought in is Nsoki. He was at, Nice a few seasons ago, and before that it was at PSG, and he was an absolutely amazing left back to bring in. His potential has dropped off, and he's been converted to a centre back. I put him back out to a left back because that's what I want him, as a more of a left back replacement almost. We'll see how well he develops, but pretty much a backup. I brought him in to be a backup player. So that's all our money spent for now. Hopefully that Kaziri bid will go through, and we'll have an extra 50 million to spend. I'm not sure who'll bring in. Maybe a back, see if we can get a striker on loan, or see if we can get a good left back. We'll see. Right, and this may be controversial, but we've brought in Melvin Bards from Nice for 14.8 million euros. He's what we spent the money from Kaziri on, pretty much all of it. And the reason why I'm saying it's quite controversial is because he played for Olympique Lyon, that's where he came through, and that's Saint-Étienne's biggest rivals. But I don't think it's unrealistic, you know, they kind of shipped him off to Nice. Didn't get a lot of game time last season, so we brought him over here. We're clearly a team on the up. And I know I've said I brought in Nsoki last season to be that backup, or to be that replacement left back, but no, I'm just having him as a left back, centre back, backup now. He will just be a bench player, which is quite a shame, because a few seasons ago he would have been a star player in defence. But step 175 replaces another. The Peruvian wow, names today aren't working. This done, a left back from Peru. We'll see if we can sell him before the transfer window ends. And I don't think we'll reinvest that money. I think we'll go to the end of the season with this squad. And it's quite interesting to me to see how it'll do. 74 striker up front. Come on, Pepe. I want to see you banging goals for us this season. made it to the end of Season 2, ladies and gentlemen, and Saint-Étienne have finished 5th in the league, which is a massive improvement from last season. From what, 11th to 5th is exactly the kind of improvement I want to see. If you want to jump into the squad, you can see Pepe's gone to an ACC Aliotouche. So on defence has gone up +8 this season. Green and gold now at 81 as well. So our team's starting to look really, really good. The bench does need a little bit of a touch up, but I'm not too fussed about right now. Let's jump to the squad hub to see this season's biggest contributors. For goals this season, it is the main man Ricardo Pepe, who, I controversially, I gave a nod this season. I gave him to Ricardo Pepe, see what he could do, and he's repaid my faith in him very generously with 17 goals and 2 assists in all competitions. Probably one of our, probably our MVP of the season. Seymour 10 goals as well is very impressive. 6 assists, probably the top of the squads, along with the Gabonese man Dennis. And you can see the squad's starting to come together now. We've got a few players breaking into, well, quite a few players in the 80s now. A few who look like they will break into the 80s very soon. Very happy with the squad. It looks like next season, season 3, should be the big season where we impress in Europe. And if I believe we can get European League football even if one of PSG, Nice, Monaco or Nantes win which Coupe Nationale, and Monaco are in it, which is surprising. They did beat PSG, who aren't very good in this career. But if Monaco beat Montpellier, we skip the Conference League, which I'm not complaining, and we make it into the Europa League, which is a lovely step to make. But either way, we're making it into Europe next season, lads. Very excited to see what we can do. End of the summer transfer window of season 3, and lads, we've had a crazy one. As you may or may not have just seen, we've brought in not 1, but 2 Turams. We brought in the one from Mönchengladbach, we're left mids. He should be our star man this season. We spent a lot of money on him. First one, jump into transfer history. 58.8 million to be exact. And the other Turam we did technically last season, which is annoying because now it doesn't say. But I believe it was just over 20 million. It was probably about 23 million euros. And I'm very happy to have both Turams in the squad. I think that's a very nice thing to have. And to make that possible, we did have to sell Neo. He's been with us from the start, even Neo. He's gone to Everton and he looks very good, to be honest. But obviously I wanted what I wanted. I didn't know he went to 80 rated just before we sold him. So we just tweaked that money up, which was very nice. We also sold our backup right back, Sergi Palacientia. God, if I have any Saint-Étienne fans watching this, I do want to apologise once again. He's going to Celta Vigo, which looks pretty realistic. Hope he does well for them. But if you want to look at our squad again, it just looks very impressive. Again, don't look at the bench, ignore the bench. We do have Kamara on there, who's very good, who was our captain last season. But apart from that, it is looking a bit empty, I think that's the best word for it. And Suki looks alright. What's his name? The Gabonese left mids, Bigana, that's what we're running with. He's alright. It's not as bad as I thought, I guess. It's just not the best, man. I will bring in a backup keeper and a backup right back. We should have some money left. So I'll bring in those 2 just to make the bench rounded up a little bit. But I think we're ready to have a great season, and if the start of the season is to be believed, so does the game. Because we've played 4 games, won all 4 against not the worst opposition. You know, Marseille very good. Same with Bordeaux, alright. The other two teams we should be winning against. But you know, we are where we are. And if we quickly have a look at what European competition we got. Was it Europa League? Would it say? If we're here? Okay, so Nantes got Europa League. So that does lead me to believe that we got the Conference League. Which, there we are. Which is a league, honestly, I think we can be winning this season. I think we can quite comfortably say, I think we could give Roma a run for their money. And yeah, no, West Ham will be a bit hard. I think we can go all the way. Let's go Saint-Étienne, hopefully the games play at the end of the season. So I've had a little look onto the free agents list, ladies and gentlemen. And look who I found. Alphonse Areola, absolutely great keeper. My only worry is, and a lot of people really wanted me to sign him because he's a phenomenal keeper in real life. But Etienne Green, he's been with us from the start and he'll be with us to the end, is 82 rated. And this game will give Alphonse Areola priority over Etienne Green. And Alphonse Areola in real life will be in the prime of his career as a keeper, 30 years old, and he'll be much better in real life, better than 83 rated. You know, I reckon he'll be at Tottenham in a few years' time, being absolutely quality. However, in this game, he won't get much better than 83. So we're going to tell Alphonse Areola not the one. So for keepers, between Nicola Baroni, who's 6'1", or Blasic, who's 6'3", and I'm going with the 6'3" Stefan Blasic, who looks like someone, to be honest, that we would probably let go for free ourselves. But he's better than the 66 backup we have now. So that's 2 players in from the free agents. And then our last player is either Gil Monteiro, who looks absolutely class at right back. Another great Portuguese right back with João Cancelo, Pereira at Leicester. I think Evo Pereira at Wolves. Or no, it's Nelson Semedo at Wolves, sorry, my bad. Just there's a list of great right backs. Portugal have Tavares as well, quality right backs, and there's one at Porto. All the great big 3 Portuguese clubs probably have a great Portuguese right back. There's just so many of them, and Gil Monteiro looks like the next one. Hopefully he can find himself a club soon, however, because I do want Joe Scally at the club. We have one American in Pepe, and I think another one, like a little friend almost, will have a great influence on the club. So that's our free agents in, and now we're going to send to him this season. Hopefully get to a Conference League final. Really have my fingers crossed because that'll be really fun to see. I told you West Ham are going to be very tough to get past, and that's exactly who we have in this final game of the Europa Conference League. That's been a very fun game. But first, have a look at the team. We have Marcus Thuram up to an 86, the other Thuram is an 82, so is now an 85. I feel like he's going to plus 8 again. It's ridiculous. Team is an 84, Pepe's 85. The team is looking absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look at the squad hub to see who's been our MVP of the season. Looks like again Etienne Green's played every single game, which is probably unhealthy. But Abdullah Sima with 33 goals is exactly what you want. Marcus Thuram with 24 goals as well. And then Pepe with 20. That's the sign of a top team, lads. Top assist, Marcus Thuram again with 14, and our DM, Lucas Gorna with 10 assists as well. Sima with 10. Oh gosh, lads, this team is really turning into somewhat of a monster. So we now have done in the Conference League. We got to the final. Other standings include the Coupe de National, which we got knocked out in the semi-finals at PSG, only on pens, so I think we did a pretty good job there. And then in the Ligue 1 Uber Eats, we came second in the league, which, you know, PSG came 4th, which I think is a bigger achievement than us coming second. Olympic Lyon took the trophy, and we weren't too far off. We were only 4 points off that. You know, 2 wins where we got a loss, 2 losses. We would have been 2 points clear. We would have won the league this season. But as things stand, we do have Champions League football. So I'm going to jump into the game against West Ham in the Conference League. And hopefully we can bring home some silverware. Let's go Saint-Étienne. Very quickly, just before we jump in, a little look at the West Ham side. We've got Horta up top, Badiashile, Luis Felipe in defence, with Lopez. I think that's the... I would think that's the Lyon Lopez, Olympic Lyon Lopez, and they just won the league as well, so that's a little confusing. Frimpong at right back, Ducore, Pasalic. It's a very rotated side, a very changed side from the team that they have out nowadays. But I think overall, I mean, that defence looks solid as a rock. I think overall it is slightly improved. So it's going to be a good game. A 4-2-3-1 against a 4-2-3-1. Legendary difficulty. Let's go at the Stadion Olympic. Game's just kicking off here, and Abdullah Sima has already got the ball. This team is feeling so much faster with him in it. And that's a new little ball flick. Love that skill move recently. Bounces past right every defender. And that's already Pepe in, takes a shot, and Aliotus gets a rebound. Doesn't even go, misses the shot, and bounces off him into the net. A very unfortunate occurrence for West Ham to already be down this early on in the game. It's only been about 3 minutes in, but Saint-Étienne already 1-0 up. Let's go, lads. Defending by the West Ham defence, and that's Benrahma up into Vlahic. Benrahma back into Vlahic now, and with all the space in the world, what's the Saint-Étienne defence doing? Bard tries a late tackle. Green palms off into the post and doesn't have a chance to make it a quick defence. And I think that's Horta who scored the goal. Basically an open net for him. That's 1-1. Saint-Étienne has to do better now. And that's the West Ham right midfielder now, barring down the box. I'm sorry, I've got used to play with 3 at the back. Now my 4 defenders have just gone walkabouts. They've vanished. Managed to get that ball back and immediately given it away. And I think that's blue foul again, causing us all the issues. Puts West Ham 2-1 up for the first time in this game. They're ahead. We're going to have to equalise. We're going to score 2 goals here to win, which is going to be very hard. All work to do. Aliotus running forward. He's been a post player so far. Shot blocks. Back into Aliotus. And he's ruined that chance. Blasted right at the keeper. I think it's Paul Lopez. It's gone completely in my head who it was. Cross swung in, and that was an awful cross. But Aliotus now back into, I think that's our DM Goma. God, names of his team ain't good because there's no face scans in it. There is Thuram into the other Thuram, and Thuram scores. There is our left mid Thuram who does score. I can confirm. Not the best commentating. It is why I like to have face scanned players on the team. I love having Aliotus then because I can see him easily. I think the assist did come to him from Pepe. 11 in the game in the 80th minute. Let's try and get one more before extra time ends. Come on, lads. And West Ham are looking to have the first attack, the final attack of the first half of extra time here. And that's a great bit of play for, I'm not sure who that was. Look at their right mid, slots it cleanly past Etienne Green, who really hasn't been as good as I hoped he would be. He's only 83 rated keeper still. But I would have hoped he's a little bit better than that. Just not give Saint-Étienne a lot of time to equalise the score here. But you've got to do it, lads. You can't lose this now. That's Aliotus running at the defence again for the final time in the game. Gets blocked, sends in Pepe. Pepe, go on! Yeah! That has just saved us the game in the 118th minute. Pepe, the American wonder kids, has secured penalties for Saint-Étienne at the very least. We needed that, lads. We needed that. I think that's the record for penalties. God, I'm awful at this. Fingers crossed we can win penalties. And if you just want to have a look at that, I mean, both teams should have conceded more. But we had an XG of 7.7. Lads, are you kidding me? Ugh. Our track accuracy was appalling. Kind of upset what happened there, but here it doesn't matter now anyway. We go into penalties, and no one we have is that good at taking penalties whatsoever. This is going to be fun. So first stepping up is Marcus Thuram, and I'm trying to take penalties with one hand here because the other's holding the microphone. And I still take an excellent penalty if I don't say so myself. That is class. That's not so class. I kind of dropped the mic. I'm not sure. Hope you didn't hear that. Both put in the same sides. That's Aliatush now, putting up on the bottom right. Oh, and the keeper saved it. The golden boy gets the penalty saved. Said Ben Rama now gets his penalty saved as well. That's both attacking midfielders. Both probably should be captains for the club, having their penalty saved. Pepe now, with something special. And yeah, I butchered that, but it goes in, I guess. It all counts. Pasalic gets the penalty saved. God, I need to take a breath of air. Kevin Thuram now. Trying to put it in top right corner. Bottom right corner. Bottom left corner even. Gosh. Now it's Lewis Potter. I didn't know that he's a youth academy player. He's about 60 rated, I think. And he starts at home. We're down to this penalty here. Abdullah Sima scored the majority of the top scorer for the club this season. If he scores, Saint-Étienne wins silverware. Going for top right, takes it. Oh, what a save by Lopez. I hope the Etienne Green can do us proud here. Had a poor game. Well, by XG, he had a good game. Little step. Hey! I was about to say, oh no, what a mess. But the player Penenkered it, Penenkered it onto the post. And now West Ham watching horror. Saint-Étienne lift this third edition of the Conference League. That was utter chaos. I'm sorry, that probably comes through absolutely horribly. Because I kept dropping the mic trying to take the penalties. I put it on my chest for a minute just to try to shout through it. I'm very happy we won that. What's a crazy game. Goals in the 113th and 118th minutes combined. But I'm very proud of the lads, they deserve that. Now it's time for the full celebrations. And rather strangely, Marcus Thuram has been appointed captain. That wasn't me, but yeah, why not? He's a big money signing for, what was it? And there it is. That is actually a beautiful trophy. Not many people hating this competition. We played good teams coming up. We had Montpellier, Athletic Bilbao. We had Roma somewhere. They're like Europa League level teams. So it's a decent competition, you know. If I was a smaller club, I'd be very happy to be in it. And especially that trophy is absolutely beautiful. Well, the celebrations go long into the night in France. And I made my night here. I'll probably finish this video tomorrow to make a difference for you. I might make a part two past that actually. It's going on quite long for me. Oh god, it's just season 3 done. We're into season 4, I'm not sure who we're going to bring in. But they've got a lot to live up to get into this team. Come on Saint-Étienne, well done lads.
And yeah, I've shortlisted a few players that I want to bring to the squad. First and foremost, I want to bring in a right back. I want to bring in Nordi Mukiele, you know, a French right back for our French team. But he snubbed us, gone to Real Madrid, so he's off. And next, I noticed that our biggest rivals in the league, PSG, have both the Moroccan star right backs, probably the two best players in all of Africa right now, assuming that Mane and Salah have gone down a bit. I will be going with Mazori, not only because he's cheaper, only 86 rated and a bit older, or a year older, but also because I think it's unrealistic for one PSG to have the two best right backs in all of Africa, possibly all the worlds. If Trent plays golf, maybe. But they would also want to keep their best right back, Hakimi. They wouldn't want to sell him to the direct rivals. And then the two players above him, Ravella and I think that's Aubameyang's regen right there. Both of them are free agents. Both of them have joined the club. I'm a bit upset I've missed out on them. So they can both go. And so can Hakimi, because we're buying Mazraoui, spending all our money on him. And he's going to absolutely bolster up our squad beautifully. Let's do that now. And there you have it. Big money move for a big player. Mazraoui, possibly one of my favourite right backs in all of FIFA for the last few years, to be honest. Ever since he's been at Ajax, he's been immense in this game, especially in career modes. Just want to put him in the squad now, and as you can see, our squad looks absolutely fantastic with him in it. 86s everywhere. I really think we can make a push for the league, the Champions League, something along those lines, because we are just that good this season. You can see, I seriously can see a player like Marcus Thuram maybe hitting an 89 to a 90. Pepe I can see missing the similar level. So I'm really looking forward to this season, see what the squad can do. And I was exactly right. As the season's counting down, we have made it to a Champions League final. I may have said it in jest, I didn't truly believe it. I thought next season is the season. But no, we are here against RB Leipzig of all teams in a Champions League final. Not quite sure how we got here. In the league it looks like we came first, lovely, a 5-point lead over PSG. PSG have come back from a disappointment that was last season where they finished 4th place. But they weren't good enough to pip what must be an amazing team. Only the best of the best teams really get 90 plus points. Before Klopp and Guardiola came to the Premier League. So I'm really interested to see how our team is looking. And here it is. What is going on in this career? This outlandish growth again. Mazraoui for some reason isn't in the starting lineup. But it's just 90s all over the boards. Abdoulaye Sima saw got a 90. Pepe got a 90. Etienne Green with an 89. He looks insane. I don't understand how players like Marcus Thuram has gone up +6 from 86 to a 92 even. You don't see players with this high rating going up this many levels. But this team have done it season on season on season. Aliou Touche, the poster boy, up to an 89, he would surely be worth 100 mil plus. There it is. Marcus Thuram 179 million. We've made all the money back and then probably double what we spent on him. That is absolutely insane. Salou So, someone we've had from the start as well, the 22-year-olds. He's immense. Guys, I'm speechless for how much growth this team has got. Surely we can't lose against Leipzig in today's final game of the episodes. I really hope you've enjoyed this one. Come on, Saint-Étienne. And just before we jump into the final game of the season, of this the video, let's have a look at the RB Leipzig team, and there you can see the two Chelsea centre-backs, Christensen and Zuma, Champions League finalists between the two of them. Kunate, who gone back to Leipzig, I think, from Liverpool. Still got Galacci in goal, which I love. Saka, one of the best youngsters, probably the best youngster in London, in my opinion. El Nesri seems to go to every big club in his career. Same with Zaniolo, who I love, but his injuries have kind of ruined his career. Indeed, he's a really interesting shout for RB Leipzig. And same with Correa, who isn't really a forward, he's more like a Bobby Firmino-esque kind of hold-up player for Immobile, for Lazio. Anyway, that's not matter. We've got to take Thuram out the squads. And that does mean that another player who's been in from the start, the Gabonese left mid, Bugana. I really hope I'm pronouncing it right. He deserves it. Being such a star. I really hope he can perform today for us. as we are getting issues getting to ram out the squads. Hold on, let me just get out the squads and jump into the game. You're just gonna have to believe that I'm doing it.
Aliatus darting forward in a Champions League final, like he did last season in the Conference League. And that's Seaman now playing all up into Aliatus, who's dancing around the defenders like it's magic. And this team was in the Conference League final last year, mastered the same team, as Aliatus struck it against the bar like I just struck my mic. Great pressure from Abdullah Sima, almost getting it all back inside their box. It's exactly what we want to do. Sima's not giving up here, and he's gone for it again. He's won it again, and it's like he's losing it there. That's a lovely height you want to see, and Pepe's gifted the ball, and they've just gifted us a goal at Old Trafford to put Saint-Étienne 1-0 up in the Champions League final. Out of all the players who you want to give the ball to there, Pepe is probably the last person on that pitch. The 91 rated elite bagsman from America absolutely thundered the ball into the back of the net. And hopefully we can hold on to this lead we've been gifted, better than the one we did in the Conference League against West Ham last year. Absolute P-roller from Pepe, ruining what was a really good opportunity. A great thought of RB Leipzig, and this is an unbelievable counter-attack. What is Zaniolo on? Is he going to go for a dink over? No, that's not the ball I expected. Great defending by our defenders, who just passed the ball right back for a lucky bounce for RB player, who levelled the score in the 60th minute. I was just saying that we're not going to give the ball away as easy we did the game away as easy we did in West Ham. And what did we just go and do? Gave the game away. This is absolutely ridiculous. Leipzig now given away. Well done, Mazawi. Thuram now passes up to Sima, who's been our man of the match by far. Absolutely does number 36 and gets the ball around another man. Goes for the shot, and it's probably won us the game right there. Absolutely fantastic from Sima, who's been absolutely instrumental in both goals. If we win this Champions League title, which we've got 10 minutes to do so, it's all down to him, to be honest.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to the absolutely great display from Abdullah Sima and the goal from Pepe, who nicked that, we have won the Champions League trophy. And I want to thank everyone for watching this video. It's been an absolute blast. My head's been thoroughly, my brain's gone from all the growth. I didn't know it was possible. But it's a great team we've grown here. In a not long time, you've seen players who don't have the biggest potential, like Etienne Green. I think his potential is about 82, 83. He's gone up to an 87 now, which I didn't know was possible in about 4 seasons. Mind you, I have done it before. Maybe it's because I'm simming through the seasons. It just feels a bit faster than usual. But there it is, our captain, our poster boy, Aliatus, lifting the trophy for Saint-Étienne, the club he's grown up with, I believe. I think he came through the academy. I wouldn't understand why else he would be at the club. You know, it's not really, it's a bit of a downgrade, to be honest, how bad they're doing right now, if he's left from another club to go there. But he shouldn't be there for much longer, like if he's talking about his career in real life. I really do see like an AC Milan, hopefully, to be honest, like an AC Milan or maybe Atletico Madrid, someone picking him up. Even like a West Ham or someone, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Just picking him up and trying to save his career. Because according to FIFA, he's dropped off a cliff. That's what's happened here. Oh, well done, boys. I really do appreciate the new FIFA animations they've had. I've had them all year, but I haven't made too many videos. Speaking about videos, if you have enjoyed this one, please leave a like or a comment, or both. It's a free system. It does mean a lot to me. Consider subscribing as well. That's all for today. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again soon. Take care.